Hey creators, happy new year, happy holidays, and all the good stuff. This is my first time showing my face on the channel in a while, so I'm super excited about that. Today I'm going to be going through some fabric, taking some inventory, giving away some stuff, maybe throwing away the scraps that I always hold so dearly to my heart. And we're going to talk about 2024, do a little bit of a 2024 wrap, see what we did this year, and kind of plan for 2025. Let's get into it. So, this beautiful thing right here is supposed to be what keeps me organized. But if you can see, it's not very organized. So we're going to start with the fabric here. I do have like a clothing rack where I keep most of my fabric pieces if they're large. So I think first step is going to be organizing them and then putting them away. That's the thought process. So I have my handy dandy notebook and we're just gonna go through the year. So I will not lie, I took a little break from Created by La. I don't know if it was a lack of inspiration and busyness. Probably both. I have a poor habit of putting other people's businesses first and not my own, and so I really want to work on that. And this year I kind of just had a moment. I was dancing a lot, and so Created by La wasn't the biggest priority in my mind, even though it should have been, because I'm realizing the value that it has. I was always sewing, of course, but not at the scale that I am now. And Created by La will be 5 next year, and so I'm really starting to take inventory on what I've done. It's to be an entrepreneur and to think that I would start my real entrepreneurship journey as a seamstress and as someone who was creating. I never really thought of myself to be a creative until recently, and I'm just amazed. So I started to get back into sewing and creating April of this year. I dropped the soft satin line, which kind of brought me back to my roots. When I first started sewing, I started with masks, and then the next thing that I ventured off to do, I believe, was like bonnets, and I tried do-rags for a hot minute and scarves and things like that. So I went into that direction after the mask. So this was like my first thing that I did and dropped back when I first started and started selling on my website. So I wanted to get back to my roots, and I started with the soft satin, and that was pretty cool. I started to experiment with two tones, reversible, and it was fun. Then in June I was super excited because a online publication reached out to me to do a story on me, and that was super special. It'll be linked in the description box below if you want to read it. And because of that experience, I was able to have another opportunity to be in another online publication, and it's kind of been going from there. So Shout Out Atlanta was what I was in, and something that I will say that my mentor says all the time: make sure you do a photo shoot. Get the pictures done, honey, because when the opportunity arises and people want you to speak or they need your headshot, and if you don't have it, nobody wants to see you in your house. No one wants to see your Instagram pictures for professional publications. This is what I'm talking about. Why would I leave this piece like this? I can't do anything with this. I'll clean that up later. Then in August, and this was a project that I started in June, my journals dropped. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all these beauties here. Can you see them? Can you see them? I dropped some journals and they are available on Amazon. Writing is such a large part of my life journey. I write about everything. I journal almost every morning, and so I wanted to create something for myself. One, because I'm always looking for journals with Black people on it, created by Black people, designed by Black people. So I wanted to create something for myself, and I also wanted to use a Black artist. The artist I work with was Vixen Art. She was formerly my roommate in college, and I've seen her online posting her her digital art, and I absolutely love it. So I was really excited to be able to work with her to create these two pieces, a dancer and my Afro girl here, both very connected to who I am and what I do. So I was really excited to drop my journals in 2024, and I would actually really like to publish them myself and not use Amazon. So if you know anything, if you know where I can do that, hit me, let's connect. And it's gonna happen, so don't worry about that. In 2025 it will happen. Okay, so August happened, and I was still doing my online sales, so that was happening, of course, and I was taking custom orders and things like that throughout the summer and fall months, and we'd kind of jump back into stuff kind of happening in November. I went to the Delaware Women's Leadership Conference, and that was a great opportunity to meet a whole bunch of amazing women, and I feel so blessed to be connected and to have a mentor who would take me under her wing and allow me to go. And something that I did that I think was super smart and creative, I decided not to bring business cards because everybody has a business card, but what I did was I ordered some cute mirrors off of Amazon, and I put a QR code on the back, and it went directly to a landing page that introduced me, myself, my businesses, what I do, and an opportunity for people to stay connected to me. I think it was super cute and super effective, but I also like the idea of allowing my creativity to not be in just one area. So of course I sew and of course I make things, but I'm also going to be creative and think outside the box. And so after November, December was a huge month for me. I had 3 vending events. After not doing vending events because your girl has had some horror stories, okay? And maybe I'll make a story time about that one day, but I did 3 vending events. I literally stayed up so many nights, sleepless nights, trying to make as much product as possible. I was just believing that I would be able to sell out ideally, and I was pleasantly surprised. Vending events for me sometimes I feel a little shady about, because you can pay to have a table, but if the event is not profitable, then you leave in the red. Like, not just not making back your deposit, but you also leave with your time wasted. So yeah, I did a vending event. I did 3. 2 events, 3 days, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. So I did the Pretty in Pink vending event, which was super fun. I met a lot of different people, and I gained a lot of new, customers. I don't want to call them customers. I just feel like I grew my community, and it really opened up my eyes to possibilities of doing more wholesale and custom projects. So if you have a small business and you would like created by law scrunchies or bows, or you want your bows to be personalized to your brand, reach out to me, fill out a communication form or contact form on my website, and we can talk about how we can bring your brand to life in a more tangible way for your customers, for your teammates, or whoever you're creating for. And then I did the Nutcracker, the Wilmington Ballet Nutcracker. I've been a part of the Wilmington Ballet community for many, many years, and so in a new capacity, usually I'm dancing, in a new capacity I was able to share what I create, and it was super duper fun. And then we end the year off with my biggest project. So I did everything from scratch. I did a lot of research. We started this process in August, and I'm so grateful that this wonderful bride was willing to work with me. I was definitely honest with her up front, and we worked together to bring her vision to life. And I have to say, I surprised myself, and it just boosted my confidence to be able to just trust, not just in what I can do, but my faith, and kind of overcome those feelings of imposter syndrome for sure, and those thoughts like, why did you even agree to do this? You can't do this. Why would you tell this lady that you are willing to try? And she was so willing to do as many fittings as possible. And she gave me a tip, y'all. I was just so touched because I was not expecting that. I've done a lot this year on all spectrums of the board in my life. This year was a crazy journey. Definitely felt like a roller coaster, up and down and up and down, but I feel stronger. And I ended the year off stepping back into entrepreneurship and being more willing to go like head first. I am a full-time entrepreneur right now, and so it has to work. And so I'm gonna work the plan. I'm making the plan. I'm gonna work the plan, and I'm super excited for 2025. So what can you expect in 2025? Your girl just got a cricket. Okay. Santa was good to me. Just kidding. My family, I have to shout them out. They have always supported me, even with the vending event, taking it back for 2 seconds. I literally employed each person of my family for each event. Of course, I was there every single time, but I did my mom and my nana on the first event, my dad at the second event, and my sister to close it all off. So everybody was employed, okay? Anyway, I got a cricket, and I'm so excited to start experimenting with that. Just wait, because the custom bonnets, let me not say too much. It's coming. It's coming. So stay following the Instagrams and the website, because more and more things are coming. I'm going to get back into my newsletter and blog so that I can be communicating. Like I said, writing is a big part of me, and so I really want to start getting back into writing. It's important to me, and I need to make sure that I'm giving voice and value to things that are important to me. 2025, I want to start wholesaling. I would love to see Created by Law in a store. It doesn't have to be a big store. I have no qualms. You know, it doesn't have to be Walmart. Actually, I probably would prefer not to be in Walmart. But other small businesses, brick and mortars, nail salons, hair salons, I would love to connect and link and create a product that would be great for you. I also really want to get into building entrepreneurial. I want to get into building community with other business owners. I found that the more time that I spent with other creatives, other entrepreneurs, and just people who were thinking outside the box, the more inspired I felt. And you know, I have to shout out the Morning Rally. This is a group of women who are all business owners. They might still have a 9 to 5, or they are completely 100% self-employed, and together we grow. We grow in faith and we grow in business. And so please, in the description box below, I will put a link so you can hear and learn more about the Morning Rally. But the Morning Rally was like my top 10 most important things. Top 5, okay? Now number 5 of things that I needed or used, a tool, I will say, that I used to take my 2024 to the next level. And I will say it came at the perfect time. Honestly, I needed the motivation, and like I said before, community is really important to me. I've never been the type to have a lot of friends, but just having a group of women that I can look up to and admire, the best thing ever. So creating that. Next year is Created by Law's 5th anniversary. 5 years. I cannot believe it. It doesn't feel like 5 years, and it has gone like this. There are times where I was doing a lot of work, and then other times I wasn't doing anything, but it is still something to celebrate. So I'm planning on doing some type of celebration, so you know, stay connected for that as well. But I'm super excited for 2025. I don't think I did a good job of going through all this fabric, so we might just have to continue in a part 2 or something. But yeah, thank you for being a part of the community. I'm super excited for what's next. If you want to collaborate in any way possible, DM me, email me, all the things, and let's stay connected. And I want to hear about your businesses. So of course, if you make a reel or a video, tag me in it, and I will definitely repost it. And 2, in the comments below, tell me if you're an entrepreneur, what is the best thing that you learned in 2025? What's the best thing you learned in 2024 and what you're looking forward to in 2025? And on that note, remember to be uniquely you.